Act 3. Lord Polonius. It shall do well, but yet do be live. The origin and commencement of his grief sprang from neglected love. How now, Ophelia, you need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please. But if you hold its feet after the play, let his queen mother, and alone entreat him, and to show his grief, let her be round with him and all, and I'll be pleased, so please you, in the air of all their confidence. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think. King Claudius. It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go. Exeunt. Scene 2. A hall in the castle. Enter Hamlet and players. Hamlet. Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mount it, as many of your players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines, nor do not sow the ire so much with your hand does, but use all gently, for in the very torrent tempest, and as I may say, the whirlwind of passion, you must acquire and vigid or temperance that may give its smoothness, or aids offense me to the sound, to her, or robust shoes, periwing, painted fellow tear of passion to taters, to very grags, to split the ears of the groundlings, who for the most part are capable of nothing but inexplicable damp shows and noise. I would have such a fellow whipped for overdoing their maggots it out. Herod, pray you avoid it. First player. I warrant your honor, Hamlet. May not so tame neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Sweet the action to the word to the action, with his special overstayed, not to modesty of nature, for anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing house in, but at the first and now was and is to hold as to wear the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own future, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time he is from, and preserve know this overdone or come thirdly of doy, it make the unskillful laugh can't but make the judge's grave, the censor of the which one must in your allowance overweigh all theatre of others, who there be players that I have seen play and heard others praise, and that highly, not to speak it profanely, that neither haven the accent of Christians nor the gaze of Christian pagan Norman have so started and below, that I have toyed some of nature's journeymen had made men and not made them well. The imitated humanity so abominably. First player. I hope you have reformed that indifferently with us, sir. Hamlet. Oh, reform it altogether, and let those that play your clowns speak no more than is sit down for them, for there be of them that will themselves love to sit on some quantity of barren spectators to laugh to, though in the main time some necessary question of the play begin to be considered, that's vinous and shows a most pitiful ambition in the fool that uses it. Go, make you ready. Exeunt players. Enter Polonius, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. How now, my lord? I will the king hear this piece of work? Lord Polonius. And the queen too, and that presently. Hamlet. Bid the players make haste. Exit Polonius. Will you too help to hasten them? Rosencrantz, Guildenstern. We will, my lord. Exeunt Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Hamlet. What ho, Horatio? Enter Horatio. Her sweet lord at your service. Hamlet. Horatio, thou art even as just a man as ever my conversation coped withal. Horatio. Oh, my dear Lord. Hamlet. Nay, do not think I flatter, for what advancement may I hope from thee, that no revenue hast but the good spirits to feed and cloud thee? Why should the poor be flattered? No, let the candid tongue lick absurd bomb and croak the pregnant hinges of the nay, where thrift may follow famine. Dost thou hear? Since my dear soul was mistress of her choice and called of men, distinguish her election hath sailed thee for herself, for thou hast been as one in suffering all that suffers nothing. A man that fortune's buffets and rewards has taken with equal thanks, and blessed are those whose blood and judgments are now so well commingled that they are not a peep for fortune's finger to sound what stopped the play she plays. Give me that man that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart's core, in my heart of hearts, as I do they something too much of this. There is a play tonight before the king. One scene of it comes near the circumstance which I have told thee of my father's dates. I pray thee, when thou sweets that act at fault, even with the very comments of this soul, observe mine uncle, if his occulted guilt do not itself unkennel in one speech, it is a damned ghost that we have seen, and my imaginations are as full as Vulcan's city. Give him heedful, not for eyes will reveal to his face, and after we will both our judgments join in censure of his seeming. Horatio. Well, my lord, if this tale or the whilst display is plain and skip dicting, I will pay the debts. Hamlet. They are coming to the play. I must be idle. Get you or plays. Danish march of flourish, enter King Claudius, King Gertrude, Polonius, Ophelia, Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, and others. King Claudius. How far's our cousin Hamlet? Excellent. I fed of the chameleons which I ate. The iron promise cried, you can't feed Captain so, King Claudius. I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine, Hamlet. No, nor mine, no. To Polonius. My lord, you played once at the university, you say? Lord Polonius. That did I, my lord, and was accounted a good actor, Hamlet. What did you enact, Lord Polonius? I did enact Julius Caesar. I was killed. The capital Brutus killed me, Hamlet. It was a brute part of him to kill so capital a calf there. Be the players ready? Rosencrantz. Ah, my lord, this stay upon your passions. Queen Gertrude. Come hither, my dear Hamlet, sit by me. Hamlet. No, good mother, here is metal more attractive. Lord Polonius to King Claudius. Oh, how do you mark that? Hamlet. Lady, shall I lay in your lap, lean down at Ophelia's feet? Ophelia. No, my lord. Hamlet. I mean my head up in your lap. Ophelia. Ah, my lord. Hamlet. Do you think I mean country matters, Ophelia? I think nothing, my lord. Hamlet. That's a fair tie to lay between maid's legs, Ophelia. What is, my lord? Hamlet. Nothing, Ophelia. You are merry, my lord. Hamlet. Oh, I? Ophelia. I, my lord. Hamlet. Oh, good. Oh, God. You're only jig maker. What should a man do but be merry? For look you how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died within these 2 hours. Ophelia. Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord. Hamlet. So long, Naiden, let the devil weak black, for I'll have a suite of sables who heavens day 2 months ago, and not forgotten yet. Then there is hope a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year, but bear lady, he must build churches then, or else shall he suffer, not thinking on with the body hobby horse whose epitaph is for the hobby horse is forgot. How the boys play, the dame show enters. Enter a king and a queen very lovingly, the queen embracing him, and he her. She kneels and makes show of protestation unto him. He takes her up and declines his head upon her neck, lays him down upon a bank of flowers. She, seeing him asleep, leaves him, and none comes in. Othello takes off his crown, kisses it, and pours poison in the king's ears, and exits. The queen returns, finds the king dead, and makes passionate action. The passioner, with some 2 or 3 mates, comes in against him to lament with her. The dead body is carried away. The poisoner woes the king with gifts. She seems loud and unwilling a while, but in the end accept his love. Exeunt. Ophelia. What means this, my lord? Hamlet. Marry, this is matching. Malichu. It means mischief. Ophelia. Belike the show imports the arguments of the play. Enter prologue. Hamlet. We shall know by this fellow the players can't keep counsel, they'll tell all. Ophelia. Will he tell us what this show means, Hamlet? Aye, or any show that you'll show him. Be not you ashamed to show, he'll not ashamed to tell you what is mean, Ophelia. You are not. I mark the play. Prologue. For us and for our tragedy, stopping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently. Exit. Hamlet. Is this a prologue or the pause of a ring, Ophelia? This brief, my lord. Hamlet. As woman's love. Enter 2 players, king and queen. Player, king. Fall 30 times had Phoebus cards gone round, Neptune's salts wash, and Telos orbit ground, and 30 dozen months with broad sheen about the world, half times 12, 30's been, since love our hearts and hymen did our hands and commercial in most sacred bands. Player queen. So many journeys may the sun and moon make us again count over ere love be done. But woe is me, you are so sick of late, so far from cheer and from your former state, that I distrust you. Yet though it's I distrust, discomfort you, my lord, is it nothing must, for woman's fear and love holds quantity it in neither height or in extremity. No, What my love is proof had made you know, and as my love is sized, my fear is so. Where love is great, the little doubts are fear. Where little fears grow great, great love grows there. Player King. Fate, I must leave thee. Love and shortly so. My appearance pours, their functions leave to do, and thou shalt leave in this fair world behind. How honored, beloved, and happily one as kind for husband shall do. Player Queen. Oh, confound the rest. Such love must needs the treason in my breast. In second husband let me be accursed, none with the second, but who killed the first? Hamlet aside. Wormwood, player king. The instances that second marriage move are these respects of thrift, but none of love. For second time I kill my husband dead, when second husband kisses me in bed. Player king. I do believe you think what now you speak, but what we do determine oft we break. Purpose is but the slave to memory of violent birth, but poor validity, which now, like fruits on a reap, stakes on the tree, but fall unshaken when they below be must necessities that we forget to pay ourselves what to ourselves is debt. What to ourselves in passion we propose, the passion ending that the propose loss, the violence of either grief or joy, their own enactures with themselves the story where joy most revels, grief doth most lament, grief joy grieves, or cylinder accident. This word is not for I, nor 'tis not strange that even our loves should with our fortunes change for this. 'Tis a question left us yet to prove whether love lead fortune or else fortune love. The great man down you mark his favorite flies, the poor advanced makes friends of enemies, and hitherto doth love on fortune tend, for who not need shall never lack of friend, and who in want of love friend doth try directly seasons him his enemy, but all orderly to end where I began. Our wills and fates do so contrary grant that our devices still are overthrown. Our troids are ours, their ends none of our own. So think thou wilt no second husband with, but the day toils when the first lord is dead. Player Queen. Nor earth to me gave food, nor heaven light, sport and repose. Look from me day and night to desperation turn my trust and hope, and anxious cheer in prison be me scoop. Each opposite that blanks the face of joy, meet what I would have will, and it destroy both her and his pursue me lasting strife, if once of widow ever I be wife. Hamlet. If she shall break it now, Player King, this deeply sworn with sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull and fine I would beguile the tedious day with sleeps. Player Queen. Slay broke the brine, and never come mischance between us twine. Exit Hamlet. Madam, how like you display? Queen Gertrude. The lady protests too much, methinks. Hamlet. Oh, but she'll keep her word. King Claudius. Have you heard the argument? Is there no offense? Ends Hamlet. No. The doe but chest poison in chest, no offense. I the word, King Claudius. What do you call the play, Hamlet? The mouse trap, marry how? Tropically display is the image of a murder done in Vienna. Gonzago is the dog's name. His wife Baptista, you shall say anon. 'Tis a knavish piece of work, but what would that your majesty, and we that have free souls, it touches us not. Lady Galagid wins our withers are unwrong. Enter Lucianus. This is one Lucianus, nephew to the king, Ophelia. You are as good as Uchorus, my lord Hamlet. I could interpret between you and you, love, if I could see the puppets dallying. Ophelia, you are keen, my lord, you are keen. Keen, Hamlet, it would cost you a groaning to take of my age. Ophelia, still bitter and worse, Hamlet. So you must take your husband, began murderer, folks leave these damnable faces and begin come the croaking raven dolt below for revenge. Lucianus. Deut's black hands at Drax's feet and time agreeing confederate season is no creature sing, do mixture rank of midnight weeds collected with Hecate's ban thrice blasted, thrice infected, the natural magic and their property on wholesome life usurp immediately, pours the poison into the sleeper's ears. Hamlet. The poisons him I the garden forest estate. His name's Gonzago. The story is extant and write in choice Italian. You shall say anon how the murderer gates the love of Gonzago's wife, Ophelia. The king rises, Hamlet. What, frighted with false fire? King Gertrude. How fares my lord? Lord Polonius. Give over the play. King Claudius. Give me some light away. All. Lights. Exeunt all but Hamlet and Horatio. Hamlet. Why did this stricken dare go away? The hearts on gallant play, for some must watch while some must sleep. So runs the world way. Would not this, sir, and a forest of feathers, if the rest of my fortunes turn Turk with me with two provincial roses on my raised shoes? Give me a fellowship in a cry of players, sir. Get me a fellowship in a cry of players, sir. Horatio. Half a share, Hamlet. Oh, whole one. For thou dost know, O damned there, this real dismantled was of Jove himself, and now rings here a very pageant. Horatio, you might have rhymed. Hamlet. O good Horatio, I'll take the ghost word for £1,000 didst perceive, Horatio. Very well, my lord. Hamlet. Upon the talk of the poisoning, Horatio. I did very well, not him. Hamlet. Ah, come, some music, come, the recorders, for if the king like not the comedy, why then belike he likes it not. Perdy comes some music. Re-enter Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Good, my lord. Vouch save me a word with you, Hamlet. Sir, a word with story. Guildenstern. The king, sir. Hamlet. I, sir, what of him? Guildenstern. Is in his retirement marvelous distempered. Hamlet. With drink, sir? Guildenstern. No, my lord, or rather with choler. Hamlet. Your wisdom shall show itself more richer to signify this to his doctor for me for me to put him to his purgation would perhaps plunge him into far more choler. Guilty. Good my lord, put your discourse into some frame and start not so widely from my affair. Hamlet. I am tame, sir, now pronounce. Guilty. The queen your mother in most great affliction of spirits had sent me to you. Hamlet. You are welcome. Guilty. Nay, good my lord, this courtesy is not of the right breed. If it shall please you to make me a wholesome answer, I will do your mother's commandments, if not your pardon, and my return shall be the end of my business. Hamlet. Sir, I can't get this done. What, my lord? Hamlet. Make you a wholesome answer. May wits diseased, but sir, such answer as I can make you shall command, or rather, as you say, my mother, therefore no more, but to the matter, my mother, you say, Rosencrantz. Then thus this says, she says your behavior had struck her into amazement and admiration. Hamlet. Wonderful son, that can so astonish a mother, but is there no sequel at the heels of this mother's admiration imparts? Rosencrantz, she desires to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed. Hamlet. We shall obey. Were she 10 times our mother, have you any further trade with us? Rosencrantz. My lord, you once did love me. Hamlet. So I do still, by these pickers and stealers. Rosencrantz. Good my lord, what is your cause of distemper? You do sorely bar the door upon your own liberty if you deny your graves to your friend. Hamlet. Sir, I lack advancement. Rosencrantz. How can that be, when you have the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark? Hamlet. Aye, but sir, while the grass grows, the proverb is something musty. Re-enter, please, with recorders. Oh, the recorders, let me see one. To withdraw with you, why do you go about to recover the wind of me, as if you would drive me into a toil? Listen, oh my lord, in my deity be too bold, my love is too unmannerly. Hamlet. I do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe, Guildenstern? My lord, I can't. Hamlet. I pray you, Guildenstern, believe me, I can't. Hamlet. I do beseech you, Guildenstern. I know no touch of it, my lord. Hamlet. 'Tis as easy as laying govern these vintages with your lingers and thumb. Give it bread with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you, these are the stops, Guildenstern, but dim can't I command to any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill. Hamlet. Why look you know how unworthy a thing you make of me, you would play upon me, you would seem to know my stops, you would pluck out the hearts of my mystery, you would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass, and there is much music, excellent voice in this little organ, yet can't you make it speak slow? Do you think I am easier to be played than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will, though you can freight me, yet you can't play upon me. Enter Polonius. God bless you, sir, Lord Polonius. My lord, the queen will speak with you, and presently, Hamlet. Do you see yonder cloud that's almost in shape of camel, Lord Polonius? By the mass, and 'tis like a camel indeed, Hamlet. Methinks it is like a weasel, Lord Polonius. It is backed like a weasel, Hamlet. Or like a whale, Lord Polonius. Very like a whale, Hamlet. Then I will come to my mother by and by, the fool, me to the top of my veins. I will come by and by, Lord Polonius. I will see so, Hamlet. By and by is easily said. Exit Polonius. Leave me, friends. Exit all but Hamlet. 'Tis now the very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion to this world. No cold I drink hot blood, and do such bitter business as the day would quick to look on soft snow to my mother or heart. Lose not the nature, let not ever the soul of Nero enter this firm bosom. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak that just to her, but use none my tongue and soul in this the hypocrites. How in my words so over she be sent to give them says never my soul consents. Exit. Scene 3. Rome in the castle. Enter King Claudius, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. King Claudius. I like him not, nor stands it safe with us to let his madness range. Therefore prepare you. Your commission will forthwith dispatch, and he to England shall along with you. The terms of our estate may not endure hazard to so dangerous as doth hourly grow out of his lunacies. Guildenstern. We will ourselves provide most holy and religious fare. It is to keep those many bodies safe that live and fade upon your majesty. Rosencrantz. The single and peculiar life is bound with all the strength and armor of the mind to keep itself from annoyance, but much more that sprites upon whose will depend and the rest. The lives of many, the cries of majesty, days not alone but like gates that draw what's near it with it is a massy will fixed on the summit of the highest mount towards Hajj. Spokes 10,000 lesser things are mortified and adjoined, which when it falls, each small and excellent petty consequence attendance the boisterous ruin. Never along did the king sigh, but with a general groan. King Claudius. Arm you, I pray you, to this speedy voyage, for we will fetters, but upon this fair which now goes to free-footed. Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, we will haste us. Exeunt Rosencrantz and Guildenstern and Polonius, Lord Polonius, my lord, and enter Polonius, Lord Polonius. My lord, he is going to his mother's closet behind the arras. I'll convey myself to her the process and warrant shall tax him home, and as you said, and wisely was it said, this made the some more audience than a mother, since nature makes them partial, should over her the speech of vintage. Far you will, my liege, I'll call upon you ere you go to bed, and tell you what I know. King Claudius. Thanks, dear my lord. Exit Polonius. Oh, my offense is rank, it smells to heaven. It had the primal eldest cures opened, O brother's murder. Pray can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent, and like a man to double business bound, I stand in pose where I shall first begin, and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were taker done itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in this wet heavens to watch its white as snow? Where to service mercy but to confront the visage of offense? And what's in prayer but this twofold force to be forestalled ere we come to the fall, or pardoned being down. Then I look up. My fault is past, but what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my full murder. That can't be seen. I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition, and my queen, my one, be pardoned and retain the offense in the corrupted currents of this world. Offenses jailed hand my show by justice, and oft tis seen the wicked prized itself buys out the law, but tis not so above. There is no shuffling there. The action lays in his true nature, and we ourselves compelled even to the taste and forehead of our fault to give in evidence. What then? What risk? Try what repentance can. What can I it not? Yet what can I win? One cannot repent. O wretched state, O bosom black as date, O lamed soul, that strangling to be free art more engaged. Help, angels, make say, bow, stubborn, knees and hurt with strings of steel, be soft as sinews of the newborn babe. All may be well. Retires and nails. Enter Hamlet. Now might I do its part. Now he is praying, and now I do, and so he goes to heaven, and so am I revenged. That old big scand, as villain kills my father, and for that I his soul son do his same feline send to heaven. Oh, this is hire and salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread, with all his crimes broad blown as flash as May. And how his outdistance, who knows safe haven, but in our circumstance and course of thought, 'tis heavy with him, and am I then revenged to take him in the purging of the soul, when his feet and seasoned for his passage? No, absurd, and no though or more horrid hint, when he's drank or sleep, or in his reach, or in the incestuous pleasure of this bed, at gammon swearing, or about some act that has no reflex of salvation in then trap him that is his may wreak at riven, and that his soul may be as damned and black as hell, whereto it goes. My mother says this physics but prolongs these strickly days. Exit King Claudius rising. My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go. Exit. Scene 4. The Queen's Closet. Enter Queen, Margaret, and Polonius, Lord Polonius. He will come straight. Look, you lay harm to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace had screened and stood between much hate and him. I scorns me even here. Pray you be round with him. Hamlet, within. Mother, Queen Gertrude, I'll warrant you. Fear me not. Withdraw. I heard him coming. Polonius hides behind the arras. Enter Hamlet. No, mother, what's the matter? Queen Gertrude. Hamlet, do has the father much offended? Hamlet. Mother, you have my father much offended. Queen Gertrude. Come, you answer with an idle tongue. Hamlet. Go, your question is with wicked tongue. Queen Gertrude. Why, how no? Hamlet. What's the matter now? Queen Gertrude. Have you forgot me? Hamlet. No, by the road, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother, Queen Gertrude. Nay, then, I said those to you that can speak, Hamlet. Come, come, and sit down, and sit you down. You shall not budge, you go not till I set you up a glass, where you may say the inmost part of you, Queen Gertrude. What wilt do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help, help, ho! Lord Polonius behind. What ho, help, help? Hamlet drawing. How no? A rat? Dead for a ducat for a ducat dead, makes a pass though the arras. Lord Polonius. Behind. So I am slain, falls and dies. Queen Gertrude. Oh me, what hast thou done? Oh me, what hast thou done? Hamlet. Nay, I know not. Is it the king? Queen Gertrude. Oh, what a rash and bloody day these days, Hamlet. Oh, bloody day, almost as bad godmother, as kill a king and marry with his brother, Queen Gertrude. As kill a king, Hamlet. Ay, lady, 'twas my sword. Lifts up the array and discovers Polonius. Though wretched rush intruding fall farewell, I took thee for the better like the fortune thou feignedst to be too busy is some danger leave wringing of your hands pace sit you down and leave me writing your hearts for so I shall if it be made of penetrable stuff if damned custom have not brassed it so that is proof and bulwark against sins. Queen Gertrude. What have I done that you darest wag the tongue in noise so rude against me? Hamlet. Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, cause virtue hypocrite takes of the rose from the fired forehead of innocent love and sits a blister there makes marriage vows as false as dissers oaths or such a deed as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words heaven's face doth glow this solidity and compound mass with tristful visage and against the dome is thought sake at the act. Queen Gertrude. Ay me, what act that roars so loud and thunders in the index? Hamlet. Look here, upon this picture and on this. The counterfeired presentments of two brothers see what a grace was stayed on his brow, Hyperion's curls, the front of Jove himself, and nigh like Mars to threaten and command, a station like the herald Mercury, new lighted on a heaven-kissing hill, a combination and form indeed, where every god did seem to set his seal to give the word assurance of woman. This was your husband, look, you know what follows. He's your husband, like a mid-dewed air blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Called you on this fair mountain nave to fade and beaten on this moor. Have you eyes? You can't call it love for us your age. The heyday in the blows is tame, it's humble and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment will stay from this to this? Since yours you have is called you not have notion, but sure that since it is up apoplexed, for madness would not err, nor sense to ecstasy was never so trolled, but it reserved some quantity of choice to serve in such of difference. What devil was that thus had cozened you at Hodman, blind eyes without feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sense, all or but a sickly part of one true sense, cold, not so mob, O shame, where is the blush? Where is the blush? Rebellious hair, if thou canst mutine in matron's bones to flaming youth, let virtue be as wax and melt in her own fire, proclaimed no shame when the compulsive ardor gives the charge, sense frosts itself as actively that burn and region Paddender's will. Queen Gertrude. Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turnest mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots as will not leave their thanks, Hamlet. Nay, but to live in the rank sweet of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty stay, Queen Gertrude. Oh, speak to me no more. These words like daggers enter in mine ears. No more, sweet Hamlet. Hamlet, oh murdered and O violent, O slave that is not 20 parts dictate, or of your president lord, O vice of kings, O captors of the empire and the rule that from a shelf the precious diadem stole and put it in his pocket, Queen Gertrude. No more, Hamlet, O king of shreds and patches, interghost, save me and hover over me with your wings. You heavenly guards, what would you gracious figure, Queen Gertrude? Alas, his maid, Hamlet, do not come your tardy son to chide that lapsed in time and passion lets go by the important acting of your dread command to say, Ghost, do not forget this visitation is but to wait while almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on the mother seats, who stayed between her and her fainting soul, concise in weakest body strongest works, speak to her, Hamlet. Who is it with you, lady? Queen Gertrude. Alas, who is with you? That you do bend your eye on vacancy, and with the incomparable eye do hold discourse. For at your eyes your spirits will the pape, and as displaying soldiers in the alarm, your beaded hair, like life in excrements, starts up and stands on end on gentle sun, upon the hate and flame of the distemper sprinkle, cold passions. Whereon do you look? Whereon do you look, Hamlet? On him, look you. How pale he glares, his form and cause conjoined, preaching to stones, would make them capable. Do not look upon me, lest with this piteous action you convert my stern effects. Then what I have to do will want through color tears patience for blood, Queen Gertrude. To whom do you speak this, Hamlet? Do you see nothing there, Queen Gertrude? Nothing at all. Yet all that is I say, Hamlet. Nor did you nothing her? Queen Gertrude. No, nothing but ourselves. Hamlet. Why look you there? Look, how it steals away, my father, in his habits as his slave. Look where he goes, even now out at the portal. Exit Ghost. Queen Gertrude. This the very carnage of your brain, this bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning in Hamlet. Ecstasy? My pulse, as yours, doth temperately keep time and makes as healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Bring me to the taste, and the matter will reward which madness would gamble from mother for love of grace. Lay not that mattering action to your soul, that not your trespass, but my madness speaks. It will but skin and fin the ulcerous place will strength corruption, meaning all within infects you sin, confess yourself to heaven, repent what's past, avoid what is to come, and do not spread to compost on the way to make them rancor forever. Forgive me this my virtue, for in the fatness of this porcy time, virtue itself or vice must pardon beg, curb and woe for leave to do him good. Queen Gertrude. O Hamlet, thou hast left my heart in twain, Hamlet. Oh, throw away the worser part of it, and leave the poorer with the other half. Good night, but good not to mine anxious bed. Assume of virtue, if you have it not, that master custom, who all sins doth eat of habits devil in ancient, yet in this to the use of actions fair and good he likewise gives of frock or livery, that aptly is potent refrain tonight, and that shall lend a kind of easiness to the next abstinence. The next more easy for use almost can change the stamp of nature, and either the devil or draw him out with wondrous potency. Once more, good night, and then you are desirous to be the blessed. I bless him beg of you for the same Lord. Pointing to Polonius. I do repent, but heaven hath pleased it so to punish me with this, and this with me, that I must be their scourge and minister. I will bestow him, and will answer will the debt I give him. So again, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind thus, but begins and worse remains behind. One word more, goodbye, lady. Queen Gertrude. What shall I do, Hamlet? Not this by no means that I bid you do. Let the blood king tempt you again to bid, pinch wanton on your cheek, call you his mouse, and let him for a pair of rishy kisses, or bidding in your neck with his damned fingers, make you to reveal all this matter out, that I essentially am not in madness, but made in craft. To where could you let him know, for how that's but a queen, fair, sober, jib, such their concernings hide. Who will do so? No, is despite of sins and secrecy, and paged the basket on the house top, let the birds fly, and like the famous ape to try congregations in the basket's crib, and break your own neck down. Queen Gertrude. Be thou assured, if words be made of bread, and bread of life, I have no life to bread. What thou hast said to me, Hamlet? I must to England, you know that? Queen Gertrude, alack, I had forgot this, so conclude on, Hamlet. There is little Slade, and my two schoolfellows, whom I will trust, I will others fanged, the bear, the mandate, they must sway my way and marshal me to Knavery. Let it work for this sport to have the engineer hoist with his own petard and it shall go hard, but I will delve 1 yard below their minds and blow them at the moon. This most sweet when it in one line two crafts directly mate. This man shall say to me, Viking, I lag the grats into the neighbor room, mother, good night. Indeed, this counselor is now most still, most secret, and most grave, who was in life of foolish, Brighton knave, come sir to draw toward an end with you. Good night, mother. Exeunt severally Hamlet, Regan, in Polonius. Hamlet. Act 4, Scene 1, Rome in the castle.